Hey, how you feeling? You got John Riggs here playing some PlayStation 4 on my new PS4 Pro. There's a couple of games I'm playing, though, that not a whole lot of people are talking about, so I'm going to show those off to you. Maybe you've seen them in the PSN store, had some questions about them, or maybe you just passed them up altogether. Here's what I'm playing right now on the PlayStation 4. Now this first one is Kill the Bad Guy. Now Kill the Bad Guy came out on Steam a couple years ago, but now it's available for PlayStation 4. I picked mine up through Limited Run Games, and you have to sabotage things to kill the bad guy. Ta-da! Don't forget to pick up his tooth. Each level is a short little mini world, and you have various objects you can use to kill the bad guy. And I love the fact that there is an instant replay after each time, and there's no one way to beat any level. It's fun just to see what you can use, what you can utilize. You never know what you're going to get out of this game. I've had a lot of fun with this. Next up is Way of the Passive Fist. What about a fighting game where your object is to not fight? That's what this game's all about. Now the object of the game is you get combos not by attacks, but by blocks and parries. Well, that one does not fare very well for me. But you keep on parrying and blocking until they exhaust, and then you just kind of tap them out of the way, and that's how you defeat your enemies in this game. I love the pixel art. Has that kind of 16-bit, 32-bit style pixel art that I'm a huge fan of. Has a little steampunk element to it. You know, I'm a huge fan of brawlers like this, but I've never heard of a game where you have to parry, so Way of the Passive Fist. Now this game is called The Council, and I just started it recently, but I'm already intrigued enough by it to continue on. Now unfortunately, I don't have the unlockables to translate the text on the ground there, but you can choose kind of like an upgrade system, kind of like how Shadow of Mordor did it, where you choose like your style, class, technique. Well, you know, just like like the Elder Scrolls style games. And oh, as it turns out, one of my perks that I chose earlier made it so I can use this. It's not really timed elements, but you have to use like your power of of speech to unlock things. So it's not really a fighting game, but you just have to use the right options. It would be kind of like if, let's say, like Fallout didn't have weapons. You just have to talk your way out of everything. I don't know. This game is very, very intriguing to me. I'm looking forward to playing more of this.
Asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
Now up next is a game called Cube 2. It reminds me a lot of Portal, only instead of portals, you have cubes. And the different colors that you can move the cubes act as a different thing. And you can get upgrades along the way too, so you can change the cubes different colors. Different colored cubes do different things, like, you know, the orange can manipulate it by moving it out, moving it in. The blue one, as you saw, acts as a little, you know, trampoline-style device, a little tele-jump. I'm a huge, huge fan of these first-person puzzle-type games, like a Portal, so when I saw this one, man, I just had to check it out. This is called Cube 2. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of this game. This one's called NogG, G-N-O-G. This one's been out for quite a while, and I first saw it on the PlayStation VR demo disc. But I picked up the full release. It wasn't very much money on the in the PlayStation Store. And each little world looks awesome. I love this art style. It's from Double Fine. It's from the Psychonauts guys. And it's a fun puzzle game. Now again, yes, I found it originally through the PlayStation VR store. However, you can play this without a PlayStation VR. In fact, I'm capturing this footage here without using PlayStation VR. Now, the trick with the puzzles is it doesn't tell you what to do or even where to go next. You just have to manipulate everything, touch all the knobs, push all the buttons, see what they do, and then the puzzle will present itself in a fashion where you're like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, if I do that, then this will happen. And when this other thing happens, then this appears. And then when that appears, you can do something with that. And then each little world has its own thing going on. Now, this is like the eater area, but there's one for a candy store, there's one that's like underwater, and a lot more too. My daughter was having fun playing that one. Now, this game, Megaton Rainfall, is a game what Superman could be if they made a Superman game proper for the PlayStation 4. Now, you play as a kind of a son of God type character, but you have to protect the Earth. Now, this is not our actual Earth, so you can't just be flying to New York, for instance. I wish you could. If that was the case, I would just fly around all the time and just go from point A to point B and just fly all over the place. However, you gotta fight the bad guys. That's why you're here. You get upgrades and power-ups along the way. You get these giant ships, and they're trying to destroy your town. And buildings will crumble. People will falter. There's a little red dot on most of these ships here. If you shoot that, it's a one-hit kill. And your blasts will knock down buildings, so you gotta make sure you aim properly. I'm not very good at aiming in this game, but I'll do what I can anyway to save these people. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, sorry about that. It's just fun to fly around and see what's going on. It's just a fun experience. This game is also available for the PlayStation VR. This game does play in VR mode. However, you don't need to have a VR to play this game. Like the last game I showed, I'm actually playing this one without VR. Although in VR, it's easier just to look where you want to shoot, and then you shoot that direction. Super fun game. It's certainly not perfect as far as a lot of things go, but it's just fun to fly around and see what you can do. And those are the games I'm currently playing on the PlayStation 4, along with Far Cry 5 and God of War. I don't need to show you those. I want to show off the games that aren't getting enough love. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more videos. I love my VR, so you'll see a lot more PlayStation VR videos and Switch videos in the very near future. And as always, more open cart surgery videos coming up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.